everybody, welcome back. I have faffed so much with what lot to build on and blah blah blah. So today I wanted to build a disability friendly home. In my personal life, I've just been diagnosed with fibromyalgia. I do have to make certain adjustments for that, or I have even prior to diagnosis. I had to move for a start because where I lived previously just was not suitable. And also, I think that The Sims in general should be more disability friendly because we don't even have canes for elders. It's a very natural thing, and I'm pretty sure we had canes in Sims 3. So, you know, like, I understand, like, something like wheelchairs being difficult to animate and make work in a game like The Sims. Like, I'm not a game developer. I don't know how realistic or complicated that would be, but you could do canes. You've done canes before, and like we don't have proper working lifts or anything like that. So like we don't have ramps or shower chairs or anything. And I know they are being slightly more inclusive, like they've started including like hearing aids and things, and we've had those updates, so they are trying. But I really wanted to highlight this in a game that is used a lot of the time for people to express themselves, and especially if somebody is disabled to the point that they can't go outside. Like, I have friends that live vicariously through their games like Animal Crossing or Disney Dreamlight Valley and The Sims. And while not everybody wants to portray every aspect of themselves, so, some people might, if you're a full-time wheelchair user, maybe you would like to walk around in The Sims because you can't walk around in real life. But not everybody's like that. There are some people that would want like their wheelchair is part of their identity for them, so they would want to bring that into The Sims as well. Anyway, I'm rambling now. I've made my point, I think. So let's just get into building this. I wanted to do sort of like a slightly more modern home, so like maybe it's just been built. So I bounced around with a load of lots, but I settled on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know how far out this came. I very briefly built a shell. Maybe here? Okay, we aren't. Ooh. I don't think that's long enough. Yeah, so I wanted to build here because this looks like I didn't want this build to like really stick out, and you've got a bunch of different homes. Some of them are lower to the ground and others, because this is going to be on the ground, I just thought that this would be a nice lot to do that on. I don't know why I put that there when I knew I was moving it over. Okay, and then all flaps in apart from, oh, wrong button, apart from this one. And then copy, spin it wrap. That's not in the right place. How do I want this pitched? Maybe there? That doesn't look like how I want. Do that, and then, oh, that's a bit far. And then it just looks like this comes through. Like this. Not particularly pitched, so that should be fine. As it's a more modern home, I'm thinking like maybe sheet metal, and then it's like a brick, like a light brick on the actual main build, and then it looks like the garage is like a metal, so we can do that as well. Maybe even base game brick. Okay, and then I don't know if I'm actually gonna have a garage. I want a wide door, so I could have a wide door on a short wall height. I really don't like how this cuts it off. Maybe even just the normal base game windows. Can we match dark grey? Yeah, more like that. I am thinking medium wall height, and they don't need to be right on the floor. Maybe more like this. Can we come up with more? Yeah, I think that's okay. Instead of a door, we could put a big window here. Maybe that one, like it was an old garage door or something. I want like a flower bed out the front. So can we get like a nice stone path? What about this one? We can just do dirt flooring here because we're just gonna fence it in anyway, like keep it going around the side. I think we're gonna have like a garden over here. I haven't decided what I'm doing with that yet, so I'll just leave it for now. I don't feel like it's wide enough. There, yeah, that looks better. But I don't know what I'm trying to say, but the scaling looks better to me now. Okay, I think I'm gonna jump off of camera, sort the floor plan out, possibly do wallpapers and stuff, and then we'll come back and carry on together. So I will see you in a second. Okay, and we are back. That took me way too long. But I'm at a point where I feel like we can move forward. I haven't furnished anything. I've just put placeholder furniture inside to work out the placements of things with the floor plan. That's all I've done. So all of that will be deleted and we will put stuff in together. So with that, let me show you what I've done. So I did sort of decide to go for more sort of my colour palettes with the darker, moodier, warmer, or I'm not necessarily sure warmer because it is a warm blue, but blue's quite a cold colour. Not the point. Yeah, I'm getting off topic. I liked extending these walls with these beams. The space looked very open to me, and I know a lot of people do like open. I'm not a fan of open floor plans particularly, but I liked the beams. It broke up the space a bit more for me, and I thought it was a nice detail. I wanted 2 bathrooms in here. It just was not big enough for that with the scale that I wanted for the bathrooms. I'm really struggling to talk today. So we've got a main bedroom with near direct access to this bathroom. A little, I thought, sensory courtyard maybe. Oops. Which we will do together. A slightly smaller spare bedroom. I think you could probably get access around here, but it is a bit tighter than I wanted, so it's the second bedroom, maybe for a carer or family member, or, you know, kids if you've got kids. Then we've got a space for a wide galley kitchen, dining area, living room, and possibly a desk. We could always move the desk into the bedroom and put something else here, or depending on how like the living room pans out. I have got the option of a TV wall here, but I guess we'll see. I'm also open to the idea of doing like big double doors or something, which would mean moving my wall planters, but it's an idea. Other than that, I laid a patio, did some wall planters and terrain painted. Let's start with the main living area, as I feel like this is going to be the biggest point of contention. That's a possibility. There's Ye Faithful here. We'll probably end up using that one. Maybe we can use this somewhere else, but I'm kind of feeling this one at the moment. Let's get sofas, which is going to be difficult because I dislike all of the 2-seater sofas. I can't use the sofa in every single build. That one's also an option. I'm going to go with this one purely, well, not purely, but mostly because I always use the other one. These please match? I mean, might as well. We need space to get in here. That could be alright. Can we get a rug to frame the area? So there's that one. I don't like it being blue. It's too matchy if it's blue. There's that one. Makes me want to do this. That's better. And then we can have a coffee table as well. We could get a big square one rather than a... Oh no, we can't. We need clearance. Ignore me. What about side tables? or end tables. I'd want something with storage because you could have like painkillers or whatever you needed in there. Maybe I could try and tie some of those reds and lighter colours in. We do have these pillows now. I haven't actually looked at you. Do you come in anything halfway decent? I mean, they're the same colour. Actually, I might put it on the floor down the side because then it just looks like it's been tucked out of the way. Like it was in this chair or something and now it's just been tucked. Yeah, it's nice. I know this says important things for your baby, but it doesn't just have to be for your baby. It can be for you as well. Drinks tray. Probably get a few of those around the place. And maybe some books out on the table. There's something missing here though. What about some art? Can we get like one of those long tapestries? Yeah, I'm gonna do this one. Because then it ties in that pinky red colour a bit more, but also my friend who inspired this build for me absolutely loves cherry blossoms. I mean, she may have inspired the build, but it's very much not her aesthetic at all. Do we want to get anything else on the wall here? That's a bit much. Instead of counters, do islands because they've got that lip on them. Which means that if you were in a wheelchair, you'd be able to roll up to them. You'd always slide this forward. No, that looks a bit dumb, doesn't it? But so does that. Unless I did a side of regular counters. And then a side of the island counters. And then I'm going to get in a sink. And I want a dishwasher as well. Oh, that's going to go on the wrong side. I wanted all the plumbing on one side. Because then we do have this normal counter here if it's required or if it's easier. And then we've got the counters that we will completely pretend are lowered. Put those in the corner. Do those ones, they're cute. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I didn't really want cluttered kitchen sides. Maybe I just do 2. Like that. I do want a stool or a chair. I don't want it to snap. Yeah. Like that. Do I just go for like this sort of plain wood table? I feel like that would make sense. I mean, we've got the set. Could just do the set like that. I don't really like that. I like the idea of comfy chairs, but we don't really have a lot of comfy chairs. Maybe if we just do this one. And then I'm just going to put them on the table for now so that I don't lose them with all the faffing around. But we can put a little cushion on each of the chairs. Can I get a rug or something without it looking dumb? Or do I want that one? Okay, I just need to stop faffing with it. Maybe I make these cushions black to carry that through. Or if I do that, then that's going to repeat and that's not really stupid. I mean, that one doesn't look as stupid repeated. Maybe I can put some of these around. Oh, cow plant. And we can do a little robot as well. Maybe we can put this in here as we've got the cherry blossom thing going on anyway. I feel like that normal one was fine. Let's do our office nook. So what desk do we want to use? That's the closest swatch. Just a normal spinny chair's fine. Computer. Maybe a lamp. We get on the wall. I kind of like that one actually. I don't think I've used that in forever. But it's got a lot of the tones we're using in here. Our kitchen is still very stark and white, like the countertops. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Bedroom. So if we're gonna try and fit this colour palette with blues, purples, pinks, yellows, might use that one in the spare bedroom. Yeah, actually I think I like this one. This could be an option in here. I know I'm going nuts with this pillow in here, but as I sometimes need extra pillows to sleep, but not always, I just have them tucked down the side. Do I want to paint in here? Do I want it to be a different colour? I'm probably going to put a wardrobe here. Do I want to make it black to bring in black from other places? Probably going to be one of the 2 mirrors that I use to death. Is this room too disconnected from the others now? I did like it having a different vibe in here though. Can I hang this in the gap in the bed? Oh, I can. Maybe I make these pillows blue then. Tie that blue back through. Maybe I bring some of these in because they could be chest of drawers. I mean, they're not, but they could be. How many clothes things do you need? Put this ottoman in here. Let's just get some medical supplies in here. Bedside light. I want that like mood like this one. And then I want just probably a normal lamp. Probably that one. We get another tray in here. Pop it up there. Actually, we've got like, yeah, this one. I mean, it's okay. The base of the tray fits on there. I'm moving on before I get too caught up on it. And then I know we've got a full-length mirror there, but what about a lighted mirror? Oh, what about one like that? That's cute. Let's move on. Spare bedroom. Would I like to redecorate in here since I did that one? Maybe I just go like really neutral in here. No, let's just do this one. I was put off of it at first because I've used it semi-recently, but I've used like all my favourite things semi-recently and that never stopped me. I need curtains of some description. I think these are okay. Do I use these ones again because I did like them? One of those and maybe one of these. Yeah, I can make that the beige now. Then maybe I could get a mirror in the middle. Yeah, actually I'll probably get it there. Less of a squash. Budge that up a little bit. What about a chair then? I want this room to be more peach than pink. Oof, that's a lot. That's better. Or do I shuffle this around? And put this chair by the window. Like so. And put that up here. Some of those up there like that. Do we want some art in here? I like that one. Yeah. Maybe it's the places that they've travelled or they want to travel. I like that one in here. Okay, let's do this bathroom. I want to budge this door more to one side so that I could get some sort of like coat rack or something in here. I'm gonna do this one. I can't see it. Hang on. That'll do, because you could hang your coats on that. Right. In here, what do I need? I need a toilet and a sink. Do like a... They're both like pink. I really don't like this. Can we do that one and just pretend that that glass shelf isn't there? Oh, the walls. Okay, I want this shower. Something like this, but I didn't... Put the grid on so I'm actually getting it where I want it. Maybe about there. Please come in something decent. I mean, I guess the plain black's fine. I also want like a chair or a stool or something, so maybe there's that one, or there's also the spa day one. Or do I want something with a back that looks like it could get wet? There's this actually. Put this down lower, like that. I also have this additional shelf over here. And we need towels like there, like that. Okay, so I think we're nearly done. What about that one? Yeah, I think that's okay. I have just noticed we don't have a laundry, and I do kind of like trying to get laundries into my houses. Oh, this bathroom just went from a really good size to really squishy. That should be enough space. Okay, what about a small bin? Okay, I think that's done. What do we want in this sensory garden? Thinking of putting a small fence in. A bench out here would be good. Okay, a bench. What about a water feature? I move the tree over? Okay, then I can put the bench on this wall. Maybe some sort of light. That lights up fairly nicely actually. The soft light. Out here I wanted a hot tub. No, I want this one. I did kind of like that there. I think I'll do the Desert Lux one, and I want to put one of these under the tree. Like that. Can we get two? Not sure I'm keeping those because of the colour. I do these ones. It also looks like you could pack them away. Okay, so this is the build. This build tour's been recorded weeks after I built this because apparently the build tour I filmed at the time had no audio, despite the fact that I changed no settings. Didn't know, and therefore didn't change any settings or fix anything when I went back in to record the next set of videos, which had audio. So I don't know what happened there. But this is the build, and this is the sim that we have living here. I will try and find her in the gallery. Bear with me one sec. Here she is. So her name is Christina Bell, and she has difficulties walking, so she has the clumsy trait. If you look closely at her lower legs, they're a bit thin. Yeah, she is very thin overall. And she is by Sarah Lewis, 1988, and completely base game. So let's let her do her own thing and get into the tour. So we come in the front door and we get a better height. That's better. And we have a little foyer with somewhere to hang your coats and put your shoes. And if we come through this way, we have a seating area, a little office nook. We have a dining table, some bookcases, a kitchen with the islands rather than counters, because then you could, you know, like as we have here, have a stool up to them, or, you know, if they're a bit lower, maybe you could put your wheelchair up to them. That's the sort of vibe I wanted to go for. My walls are unpainted, so I will paint those again in a minute. In here we have a second bedroom, like a spare bedroom. Soft, it's muted. I think it's quite nice. Yeah. And then if we come back through here, we have a bathroom in here. It did end up a bit more squashed than I probably would have wanted it, because we did have to squeeze the laundry in here as an afterthought. But it's still plenty big enough. We've got a shower and everything. Yeah. And then come through here, this is the main bedroom. I wanted lots of clearance in this room for say a wheelchair if you had one. And yeah, it's just a nice room. And then out here we have the private sensory courtyard with a little water fountain and a nice light. And then maybe some nice smelling plants like some mint or, I don't know, rosemary, whatever takes your fancy. And then if we come back through the main house, we come out to the garden. We have this hot tub, which would be absolutely amazing on your joints, and somewhere to sit to make transferring in and out easier. Then we have the little relaxing area with the loungers, some raised planters in case she wants to do some gardening, and that's it really. It's quite a small build, but I think it's rather nice. Oh, well, I built it, but you know. And with that, I think I will leave it here for today. I upload videos every Friday at 8 PM English time, so if you don't want to miss out, then subscribe and turn the notifications on. I take build requests, let me know in the comments. I also have a community post that you can add ideas to, whatever you want really. And if you don't want to do any of that, simply just like or share the video, that really does help. Yeah, that's it really. With that, I will see you next time and have a good day. Bye.